Hello, class and audience. And welcome to my influential presentation, The Power of Spirituality. According to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, the persuasive evidence exists that attending religious services is associated with a 25% decreased risk of mortality among healthy people. I, however, prefer to have a spiritual versus religious life as one of the 75%, as the dogma of religion didn't work for me. If you question religious dogma, maybe the power of spirituality can work for you too. Don't get me wrong. I don't reject other religious affiliations, as even the Veterans Affairs says they are a vital component of others' mental health and ability to live in accordance with personalized spiritual values, regardless of ideological affiliation. I chose to follow Native American spirituality because of the hands-on approach to learning, the healing power of purification, and the lessons learned about life through nature that relate to the world I live in. When asked why Al-Anon, I explained it's a group fellowship derived from Alcoholics Anonymous for helping the friends and families of alcoholics. Al-Anon is a never-ending 12-step program based on spiritual rather than religious concepts, which the Native American spiritual ceremonies follow along with higher academics through diversity. If you too find that you'd like to make changes in your life, regardless of previous religious or spiritual experiences, perhaps you'll see what the power of living a spiritual life has offered me and seek what works for you. The power of living a spiritual life for me is a three-pronged approach. Self-help through a 12-step program, academic achievement, and continuous learning and being involved in spiritual ceremonies. For those interested in hearing about how I changed my life by living spiritually, the following three things may enlighten you. I became a member of the 12-step program called Al-Anon. While I grew up in an alcoholic home that negatively affected my life choices, the effect of alcoholism couldn't extinguish what the American Psychological Institution calls the drive for self-preservation, self-actualization, or self-realization. Al-Anon taught me to trust my sponsor, myself, and my higher power when processing information about questions I ask about myself. The 11th step tells me to seek the answers through prayer and meditation, which I do during the purification ceremony. With the guidance and help of my sponsor, being honest with myself and my higher power, my inner truth is revealed. Learning the truth about my own values, morals, and character defects is the essential first step in my positive spiritual evolution. And the next is realizing I don't know everything. Academics ranks as one of the strongest predictors for personal success, according to the American College of Health. Going to college helped me to better understand the world around me and has offered me future opportunities to be of service to others through a career. When I initially wanted to earn a degree to get a better paying job, I've since become more interested in seeking a position in a nonprofit organization, paying forward what I've so graciously been given by my higher power and supporters of my endeavors. I believe God created everyone for a special reason, and academics can help everyone find theirs. While I believe earning a degree is prestigious in of itself, I agree with Pope Benedict XVI, who stated, "Faith will call reason back to the great tradition of philosophy, whose goal is wisdom or virtuous life, with the deepest purpose of reason being to cause love to mature in all its beauty." Following what seems to be my higher power's will for me, the opportunity to help others to reconnect with their higher power for help, healing, and life direction, I'm motivated to continue learning and being involved with Native American spiritual ceremonies. While earning my degree, associate's degree, I was chosen to be on the All-Iowa Academics team. Here's a little certificate. Based on an essay where I described how my education helped others afflicted with codependency, alcoholism, and addiction better understand and connect spiritually to the world they live. While the percentage of 12-steppers who stay clean and sober may be small, like the chances of students earning degrees will remember everything that they've been taught, the power of living a spiritual life has been embedded in my psyche. While I'll never be cured of my humanity, and I'll never be a saint, the power of living a spiritual life keeps me motivated to be of service to others regardless how difficult. I hope it's obvious to you why I chose to have a spiritual life, and maybe you think just a little differently about the chance that you too could be successful allowing a spiritual life to work for you as well. I don't know about you, but the first years of my life resulted in the need for dramatic changes that I've outlined in this presentation, of attending a 12-step program, earning a degree, and continued evolution in my spiritual life. I hope this speech has sparked the flame of intrigue in your life enough to consider the possibility that living a spiritual life can bring you greater success in everything you do. For those that know me, you can attest to the positive changes living a spiritual life has had on me. And if I can allow such changes to manifest in my life, anyone can. For those staunch atheists or agnostics who balk at religion or spirituality, citing research I agree with that no evidence of a higher power exists, I believe spirituality is like a loving bridge over the troubled water of ego, the only real element that separates us from each other. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this presentation.